Family, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of the Elevated Space Podcast. I'm your host, DeShawn Miller. I say 2 because I taped 1, but there were some audio problems and some things of that nature that made me kind of refrain from putting it out. I may eventually put it out at some point, but right now it's just not quite at the quality that I want. So we're gonna do episode 2 and keep it pushing. It's unfortunate because I thought there was some good things on there, but nevertheless we're gonna try it again, and hopefully this goes a little better. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this isn't the last time, truly. But hey, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I might not be what you're looking for. So if that's the case, that's fine. No hard feelings. Go down the street to somebody else. There's a lot of people and a lot of platforms, and they talking that stuff that you want to hear. And so that's the reason that I'm actually doing this, though. I feel like I got a voice, and I want to say what I'm thinking, and I want it to be heard. And so I'm hoping people rock with me, people vibe with me, and and that I'm on the same page with a lot of others. It make me feel better if I'm not thinking of all this stuff, about myself. So, I hope everybody is having a great week. I'm glad football's back. It's one of my, I love football. Go Cleveland, go Browns. We about to get the chip this year. Although I say that every year, but I think this year might be our year. Not to mention, hey, I'm rooting for Shador because they tried to railroad my brother, and I'm always rooting for the Browns, of course. Who wouldn't vote for the Browns? I'm rooting for him to succeed, and so that even kind of also ignites my passion for this season. I can't wait for our first game tomorrow. Actually, I'm recording this on Saturday night, so I'll see what happens tomorrow. I know he's not going to play because, again, they got old man Flacco there, but that's whatever. So I really want to I created this podcast because I feel like we are in a time that we need more voices, not less. And we need more that are cutting through the noise of everything that's going on, everything that's out there. There's a lot of nonsense, basically, for lack of a better term, that's like flooding the airways, that's flooding the internet and all types of spaces. It's all clickbaity. How can I get views and engagement? And we care less and less and less about the actual things that's affecting us on our day to day. I think people have become so tuned into their own space, their own world, that to the micro, that the macro no longer takes precedent. Or at all. I shouldn't even say precedence. It has no bearing on how they move at all. And I think that needs to change. And we need to be here to change it. We got to try to change it. Now, and again, I'm just a voice that's trying to cut through the noise. And I want people here to follow and help me amplify the message that I am trying to relay. So again, thanks for joining with me, and let's go through this together. We are living in some absolute crazy times right now. I'm gonna just say it. Trump is the Antichrist. Like, I truly believe that. There's no softer way to put that. I really do think he is a spawn from the devil. And I don't even know where to begin with this. And I don't understand how people aren't seeing this farce. Like, I'm not trying to be like hyperbolic or anything, but I need motherfuckers to wake up. Dead ass. Like, I don't know how to put it any more nicely than that. Like, motherfuckers are asleep at the wheel. They doing TikTok dances and shit. Like, we gotta wake up. Now, if you're like me, you have friends, family that may not be politically astute. I find that a lot of people have grown fatigued of the political process here in the United States, especially, blacks. Well, that's usually all I rock with, but black people here in the United States, they're not politically engaged. We have become docile, I guess, for lack of a better term, of just wanting to run into engagement. And I find that disheartening in a sense, because I think the apathy is a problem, right? I think the apathy of not wanting to try to affect change is, I think is demoralizing. I feel like you've given up hope. You've given up all of your energy to try to, to do anything to change the situation that you're in. Or I shouldn't, maybe not change the situation, and that might be bad, because you might be doing that for yourself, right? You might be changing things for the micro instead of the macro. So I get that part of it, right? I'm just worried about myself. I'm gonna put my head down and I'm gonna hustle, right? I get that, but it's a selfish way to be. It's a selfish way to think. And I think selfishness is kind of what has gotten us into this place now that we're in. Because it does become all about self. People start to get a job or get do a little well, in this society. The white man gives you a little bit and you do a little good, and then you move out of the hood and move to somewhere else. You take all your black dollars over to the white communities and then spend it all over there with them. And that's a selfish mindset. Instead of staying, put in the areas of, where your people are, you then migrate, and all your tax dollars are going to fund the schools over there. All your money is going to the businesses over there, instead of where it's needed here in your local community. So the selfish mindset is kind of what we need to change. And I don't know exactly how to reprogram us, or, how we need to begin to reprogram that to have a more of a community-based type of mentality. I don't know. But again, I don't have all the answers, but I do kind of want to open put it out there, and hopefully people will join the chats with comments, suggestions, and ideas, and to get us there and help us get there, right? So we got to start just, again, kind of opening our mind back up. Our vision needs to kind of start to become a little more obtuse, I think, right? Is that the word I'm looking for? If not, whatever, put it in the chat as well. But we gotta start. It needs to start becoming a little more wider instead of a narrowed in focus, and just starting to think about us as a people instead of yourself as a person. And some people, which I think is probably worse than the apathy, is actually on the side of the oppressor. Like, I can't understand it for the life of me, why, like, how anybody of color, moreover anybody black, can be a Trump supporter at this point. I don't understand it. Like, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I don't understand how you could support a person who is We'll just start with convict. That's a low hanging fruit. Sexual, dude, a guy that's been accused of sexual assault multiple times. I think it's like 28 women over the years have accused this man of sexual assault. Mismanaged COVID, killing thousands, hundreds of thousands. Ooh, excuse me. Hundreds of thousands of people. Hundreds of thousands. I don't see how you could support a person that is morally bankrupt, I guess, just doesn't have any type of stability, any type of just a piss poor person. This apathetic attitude is a problem. It's a huge problem. And quite honestly, I blame the internet. I would just keep it a buck. I blame the internet. People are too busy in their phones looking at nothing. Just scroll, not thinking about nothing. It's like, oh, what did Trump say? Okay, give me something else funny. And I think it's not. It's one has shrunk our attention span to a very, 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 very small window. And not just that, it's desensitized us to a lot of things. Like when I was, during the Black Lives Matter, it was a lot of, killings and George Floyd and all types of police shootings and things that was just coming up on my Instagram, up in my feed. It became like a snuff film. Like I shouldn't be exposed to that much black trauma on a daily basis, hourly basis. So now it becomes, when you see it, it just doesn't hit the same. Remember when we had like Columbine? I don't know how old you guys are out there, but the first like real school shooting was Columbine, Colorado. Couldn't believe it. Oh no, something's got to be done, right? And at that time, it really felt genuine. Even when it came from the politicians, it kind of felt like a genuine, we need to do something to stop this. But then very quickly, the NRA and the other organizations, with the money and things of that nature. Oh no! Oh whoa! What are you guys talking about? No, we can't do that. And then they began lining the pockets of all these, of all the politicians, and then, quite frankly, they become silent on it. Again, that apathy. Well, they might believe it. Maybe they're not apathetic, but their actions don't show otherwise. Their votes don't show otherwise. In fact, just go to Wikipedia. It'll tell you. Google's your friend, bro. Just go to Wikipedia and tell you. Donations to Congress members from the NRA. Just type it in. And look at the list. And like, it's a lot of people on that list, and most of them are Republicans. That's why they're never going to vote for any changes to any type of gun reform in this country. No matter even if kids are killed, right? They don't care. That's part of the problem again. That's part of the problem. It's money in our politics, which we got to get rid of. Right? We got these old people dying, like Mitch McConnell having a whole damn meltdown at the microphone. And, we got Nancy Pelosi. And again, this isn't just Republican. This is across party aisles. They're just too fucking old. It's time to get the motherfuckers out of there and get some new blood in there. Like, we shouldn't have people from this back in the civil rights movement just still up in office right now, freaking blocking our progress. It's time to set some term limits on these dudes, guys and gals, and get them up out of here. You got to get them up out the paint. Because these motherfuckers is playing around. They playing in our face. And it's time to get them up out of here. And we gotta be the ones to do it. We gotta be the ones to make it happen. But it's not gonna happen when we're sitting here looking at our phone all day. It's time to unplug, people. It's time to fucking unplug. It's time to get back in those streets. And speaking of Black Lives Matter, like when that was going on, I was out in those streets. Out in them streets. Because I didn't think it was going to come any closer than that. I thought we was as close to revolution as it was going to get. At that point, we had to take it. But what happened? They pacified us. Took Aunt Jemima off the damn syrup bottle. Took Uncle Ben off the rice box. They just pacified us. And then we just got lulled back to sleep like we always do. Fuck that shit. Like, fuck that shit. It's time. Like, all we'll do is it type something on Twitter, type something on Instagram, and that's our contribution. No, fuck that. The fuck is that? Twitter fingers. Fuck that shit. It's time. It's time. They playing with us, man. Walking around with shirts saying like, "Oh yeah, we're not our ancestors." You goddamn right. You goddamn right you ain't your ancestors. Cause you're afraid to bleed. I fucking said it. You're afraid to bleed, cowards. Let's go, man. Like they used to walk into the water hoses strong enough to rip their flesh off their skin. Off their body, right? Now it feels like the revolution, I don't know. It's got to be sponsored by Nike. It's some bullshit. We have become consumers. We have allowed them to lull us to sleep with the little advancement they gave us into their spaces. Meanwhile, they are robbing us blind. Like, I don't understand. Like you figure. Like, they wasn't having that shit back in the day, right? You had the Boston Tea Party. They was mad over stamps. Taxation over stamps. Threw like all types of tea in the harbor, right? Over taxation. No taxation without representation. Now we get taxed around every corner. You got sales tax, estate tax. You can't even die. There's a tax on death. So there's payroll tax. So I get paid, right? I get paid as taxes on that. When I go buy something, there's taxes on that. Again, like it's just tax on tax on tax. You got Social Security tax. You got everything, which they're also trying to gut. Medicaid, Medicare tax, right? They're gutting that too. So I've been paying on this all my life. And as soon as it's time for me to collect, here they trying to cut it, right? Or make it so difficult that I won't be able to get it. But that's the goal. That's the goal. Because they want you to be desolate. They want you to be poor. Yet, so they collect all these taxes and then they use it on some bullshit. They send rockets up to the Mars and spend billions of dollars on that, while I live in LA and walk down the street and gotta walk past an encampment of hundreds of homeless people. Make it make sense, people. Make it fucking make sense. Like it just fucking pisses me off, the waste and the disregard for human life and the quality of life here in this country. Like they have money to bail banks and everything out, but when it comes to us, we ain't got nothing. Sorry. When it comes to the people and trying to raise their quality of life, I don't know what to tell you. Right? When the banks fail, we pay to bail them out. Because again, from all the taxes that we pay, we bail the banks out. Here, they try to give a student loan forgiveness, right? Was forgiving people's student loans. Thank you, Joe Biden. They ain't get to my name, unfortunately. But a couple of the homeboys got their stuff erased. Because it's predatory. It's absolutely predatory. You think like, oh, I'm going to school. That's a dream they sold you. Let's go to school. Get a good education. Go out there and be somebody. I'm 18 years old. Signed up for tens of thousands of dollars in loans. Not to mention the 5 credit cards I got just to get a couple t-shirts while they was on campus. Ran those up real quick. So you telling me I could get $40,000 worth of loans? I couldn't walk in any bank without any type of job or any type of proof of income and get a $40,000 loan. Couldn't do it. Not to mention, once you get out, you half the time don't get a job in your field, or that's paying enough as entry level. So you defer all those payments, and they just stacking up that interest. It's predatory. Barack Obama went to Harvard Law School. He didn't pay his loans off until he became president. Damn lawyer. And see, and this is, but it's all about, but that's part of the scam. That's part of the scam. Keep us, okay, so that's how this whole thing keeps going. This capitalist society. So the only way they can keep it going is to keep people at the bottom. You can't have too many people rise up. You got nobody to work. You need to have classism to have this capitalism society operate correctly and efficiently. So that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing here. Pay attention. Pay attention, folks. So they're taking away all the safety nets, right? They're taking away the food stamps, taking away SNAP benefits, right? Food stamps. They're taking away Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. And again, maybe not totally taking them away, but definitely impacting them greatly. So taking away all of those things. Head Start. Can't even get your kid into school. Head Start, right? Which just doesn't make sense. We might double back to that at a later time. But they're taking away all the safety nets. And then also at the same time, making everything more expensive by the tariffs, right? Everything you buy is going to cost more because you got to pay, or you got to pay the sheriff. The company never pays the increase. The company never pays the cost. It's always the people. That's why when companies be complaining about the minimum wage, they're like, you're not going to pay it anyway. The fuck do you care? They just pass that on down to the consumer. Raise the prices because they don't pay. Because their stockholders got to get paid. They got to get dividends. Because their CEOs got to make millions of dollars. They're not going to pay it. They still got their yacht payment. So they pass it on to us. We pay it. We got to just start looking at this stuff a little more critically. They're trying to make us, because people are waking up, right? And so they're starting to find alternate ways to circumvent working for 40 years at some factory, right? They're starting to find different ways to supplement income. So you can unplug from the matrix. But you can't have that in this type of society, in this capitalist society. So we got to make it so you have no choice but to get a roommate to rent with. Like, the housing prices is ridiculous. They're ridiculous. They make it so you have no choice but to stay on that hamster wheel and continue to chase that carrot. You gotta chase the carrot. But you'll never chase the carrot. And as a matter of fact, it's almost like the thing in the mirror of the car. Like, things in the mirror are small and they appear. It looks big, but the closer you get to it, the further away it looks. The further away it looks, the smaller it looks. And you wonder why it's smaller? Because it is. Wages are stagnant while the price of everything has increased. And this is over the last 30 years. Like, it's just easy Google search. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't use their computer. They have a supercomputer at the palm of their hands and they use it for fucking garbage. You got every answer to every question you ever wanted. It's at the palm of your hand. And all you do is make TikTok videos on your phone. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers is over here passing all types of legislation to fuck up your family for generations to come. But you don't want to be bothered with that shit. You don't want to be bothered with that shit. You don't want to be in your local school board. You ain't got the time. You don't want to run for local office. You don't have the time. You don't care. Meanwhile, they in their backdoor dealing our lives away. We got to start getting involved, people. We have to start getting involved. And like me, my past ain't the cleanest. So running for office is probably ain't in my ministry. But I'm hoping I can spark somebody to get to like, yeah, I'm a run. Yeah, Washington, you can do it. Go run. Like, I want to give somebody the battery in their back so they go ahead. You know what? Yeah, it is up to me. It is up to me. I can't rely on somebody else to do it. It's got to be me. It's got to be me. Like, I don't want to do no podcast. I don't want to do no fucking podcast. Like, I don't want to be on camera. That's not my vibe. At all. But I feel like there's a lot of people that's just putting out bullshit. And there's got to be a counterbalance to it. There's got to be a counterbalance to it. Like Charlamagne be saying, got to have some righteousness and ratchetness, It's got to be some sort of counterbalance. And I feel like we eating only junk food right now. Where the vegetables at? Where the vegetables? Where the meat and potatoes? It can't all just be fluff. We need something with some sustenance. And something with a little spice. We need some chili pepper out here. right? Anyway, I'm just saying, it's a plan, especially for us. There's a plan. Like, we see ICE out there rounding up all the Mexicans, all the Hispanics, get them out of here, and we like, oh yeah, see, we told y'all. Told y'all. Who's next? This is a test run. This is a test run. They coming for us next. And maybe not in the same way. I honestly think they got a different plan for us. Right? I think they got a different plan for us. Prison. Since they can't send us anywhere, they can't send us to Africa. That ain't our home, like, technically. Like, it is, but you know what I mean. They're not sending us there. They're gonna have to do something with us, because they're trying to create this all-white utopia that they can never achieve. They can never achieve it. That's why they're trying to ban abortion, so they can get these birth rates up. Because unfortunately, whether you like it or not, they ladies love us. I don't mess with them, but I'm just saying. There's yeah, man. So it's gonna be the mixing of races. Hey, and I can say, hey, look at all the NBA players, man. There's a lot of them with some white women and all that good stuff. Hey, I don't judge. I'm just saying. So it's gonna be a lot of blending of races. It's gonna be a lot of, so their goal, they gotta try to preserve themselves. They just keep, they're just their race, because it's all made up anyway, social construct. But they created it, and they see their myth is being erased. Prison, and how they forecast the prisons that they will need, is from education. The education rates and those standardized testings and all that stuff. You think they really want to know how smart you guys are? You think they really was giving out all those tests to all the 6th graders and 7th graders and all that? Yeah. No. How stupid are you? Because that means we'll need this amount of prisons later on. That way we can forecast the prisons to build to put your black ass in. We need to start seeing it for the setup that it is. Because we became awake to the prison industrial complex, and they're trying to get the black men by the drugs and stuff like that. That plan was executed very well, actually, by the way. That was executed very fucking well. But now it's just it's about to be a revamp. They got to find another way to do it. Their goal hasn't stopped. They just got to find a different way to do it. So if you make everything more expensive, jobs less available, my family gonna eat. Period. So I'm gonna go. So basically, they just create the wolves. They create the wolves. The wolves gonna go eat. Then you got the wolf hunters out there, because they got money for police. They got all the police budgets are crazy. As a matter of fact, let me just look it up right now. Shoot, again, you got everything at the tip of your fingers. You got everything that you ever want, every question you want to know at the tip of your fingers. Los Angeles police budget. Let's see, 2020 is projected to be $3.3 billion with a B. $1 billion. For the police department. And they don't stop crime. They don't prevent crime. All they do is react to it. They're never there to stop the shit. Like, very rarely are they there to stop the crime. It's always afterwards. To catch your black ass and send you to jail. To get out there in the streets, find you doing something you ain't got no business, and send your black ass to jail. Why not? And again, when defund the police got so much like flack. Like I think it just had bad branding. But the thought behind it is very effective. Like, instead of spending $3.3 billion on some police, how about you spend $2 billion and then take the other 1.3 and put it in after school programs, Head Start, or anything like job training programs, grants for businesses to create more employment opportunities, so people don't have to resort to crime. But they want you to. They want you to. These prisons, they're for profit. It's part of the capitalist society. And they make deals with these government entities to fill these bodies and beds. So yeah, they're coming down, and so they're over policing the streets. Traffic stops increase. And you know who they only stopping? I get a ticket, go to court, looking for justice, and all I see is just us. That's it. Nobody else. Just us up in there. You see some Mexicans here and there, but it's just us. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. Yeah, the prison system is designed to get you in it and keep you in it. Like, for instance, I had an incident with some police officers, right? We'll just say, the long story less long, they attacked me. I defended myself. But yet, they charged me with the crime. Right? Charged me with the crime. A felony crime. After all I was doing was defending myself. Got out, you know what I'm saying? Got out of that, had to pay an exorbitant amount of money to get up underneath that. Thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to get up underneath that and try to get that F off my flag, off my record. Because I couldn't have that determining my employment. Excuse me. Like, I got a college degree. I'm out here, doing things and, shaking and moving. But I didn't realize how much it affects you when you have that on your record. You're no longer eligible for the FAFSA, the student aid. You can't get Section 8 housing. You can't get, not to mention, you have to report it when you put in an application. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yes. Ice Cube. And so, yes, it restricts you. Like, again, I have a college degree. Resume insane. They wouldn't even take me at the temporary service. They wouldn't take me at a temporary service job. because of that. And so it's to, so everything is like, oh yeah, this is about rehabilitation. Nothing about prison is rehabilitating. It either teaches you how to be a better criminal, or it fucks your mental up to where it's like, all right, like, yeah, you're always institutionalized, even on the outside. It's a survival mechanism that you gain. I don't know. I didn't really mean to get on that tangent, on the prison tangent. It was more of just trying to say that, I'm sure we'll touch on it again. Again, stay with me. But it's more to just show, like, prison should not be for profit. This capitalist society is abhorrent, and it needs to be revised at the very least, or torn down. Torn down. Because what they're doing now, and again, the capitalist society, it does work, but when you have this type of ultra wealthy people, and it's one thing to have, millionaires and stuff like that, but we've never seen this amount of wealth ever in life. So now they're like 1 or 2, 3 people are directly affecting presidencies. Elon Musk is paying people for their vote. It's got to be all types of illegal, right? But nothing. Because nobody wants to hold any of them accountable. Nobody wants that smoke. I think these presidents have become puppets. These politicians have become puppets to the ultra wealthy. I mean, money has always been in politics, right? I'm not going to act like, oh yeah, no, this is something new. No, but we've never seen nothing to this type of in this way. And so, with them not taxing the wealthy, and making them pay their fair share, I guess you could say, and then also taking money from the least of these and giving it to the most of these. It's like you ever play Jenga? It's like Jenga. So the goal of Jenga is to take from the bottom and place them on the top, right? But as you do that, the structure gets top heavy. The middle becomes unstable. Eventually, after you adding so many pieces to the top, taking them out from here, AI jobs, right? All this, but yet there's no redistribution of wealth to stabilize the base. It's going to topple. It's going to crumble. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So, so again, to double back to the point of people that are apathetic and things of that nature, we gotta start thinking in these terms of not if, but when, and what happens when that happens. Are we going to be able to sustain ourselves? Are we going to be able to help our brothers? Will we even be willing to or want to? Because again, we're so focused on our own trajectory. We need to start thinking about ways to get ourselves self-sufficient off of the white man's teat. Build our own community, build our own. Like, there's no way we should have, our corner stores and bodegas and everything run by every ethnicity besides us. Like, there's no way. that we have let them come in and then give us nasty service when we're inside. Treat us like criminals they expect us to be when we're inside their establishment, giving them our money, our dollars. We've got to reimagine this thing. We've got not even just reimagine. Well, you first got to think it before you do it. But I mean, we have to. We have to recognize the urgency in this moment, and I get people don't want to do it, but they're paying attention. Like back to the Jenga example, you have these blocks that are taken from the middle, and it's literally like we are redistributing the middle class wealth to the top. I was out in Vegas a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. They're building all types of brand new homes that are not even available to purchase. It's rent only. They're about to make it so where you can't own your own home. It's going to be rental only. Think I'm joking? Think I'm playing around? No. Everything's about to be rental only. Like just even look around at what you used to buy, right? So you used to be able to have Adobe Photoshop or anything like that, where you could just go in, buy the program, and you own it for life. All right, you used to be able to go into a CD store, purchase your disc, and you own that disc for life. People used to have a whole wall full of all types of DVDs from the 1900s. Stick with me. All types of DVDs. You bought those. You own those for life. Now, what do you got? Right? Everything is rental based. Can't buy Adobe Photoshop. It's all rental. And then you got to pay for the upgrade. Music. You got Spotify or Tidal, and you're just renting the music. It's not yours. You don't own it. You got the movies, right? Netflix used to be like $7, I think. I don't even think it was that much. I think it was like $4.99 if I'm not mistaken. And you could get the disc shipped to your house, like if you wanted the actual disc, or you could stream the service. Now, I don't know, it's something stupid. I don't even know what it is. I don't pay for that garbage no more. But you figure it's like now it's only rental, or you gotta watch it with ads. Our lives have become commercials. It's all about what they can trick us into buying. We fall right into the trap. We have become consumer based. We fall right into the trap. And it's not our fault. It was a slow moving, you know what I'm saying? It was a slow boiling water that the frog was in, and we just got boiled. It's, and it's not just us though, right? It's everybody. So, but anyway, it's nothing is available for purchase anymore. Because again, just like medicine, it's, shout out to Chris Rock, it's in the treatment. The money's in the treatment, not the cure. So yeah, I just need you to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep purchasing this. At this point, I mean, it's frustrating because I'm seeing this and I'm like, nobody else sees this shit. Like, nobody else sees this shit. What the fuck? It's so annoying. Like, nobody else sees this fucking shit going on. Nobody sees this train coming down the track. Probably not, because they're too busy in their phones like this. It's time to wake up. Oh, we about to be smacked by this train. We are about to be smacked by this train. Like, I'm gonna probably be all right. I'm doing okay. You know what I mean? I'm doing all right. So I'm probably be all right, but it's not about me, right? It's not. We gotta get out that mindset. It's not about me. It's about we. Turn that M upside down, right? Because, yeah, we just gotta start. We just gotta start moving better. We gotta start moving better. Being intentional with our purchasing and our dollars. Putting it into the hands of another black person. Intentionally. Like, we have given away a lot of our... Like, we'll just say, like, Martin Luther King. I think Harry Belafonte said a few days before Martin Luther King died, he told him, I fear I have integrated my people into a burning building, into a burning house, right? Like, he fought so hard to integrate into the white spaces, to sit down at the counters, sit down at the lunch counters, public toilets, public water fountains, things of that nature, and civil rights. But maybe that energy would have been better served towards creating our own instead of trying to infiltrate their spaces. Because they fucking hate our guts, yo. They fucking hate us. And yet we keep trying to cozy up to them. We keep trying to make our way. Like, again, go into an all-white neighborhood where they hate your fucking guts. Why? Why? And if we gotta, like, move out of the projects, quote unquote, go to, like, make an all-black affluent community. Make our own Black Wall Street. Our own Greenwood. All Tulsa. You know what I mean? Let's make our own. Let's just do it again. I know. We already know. We know the history. We know what happens. Because they hate us, bro. But that can't stop us from standing on our square and rebuilding every time they fucking come. And be more prepared when they do. One of these times we'll have a booby trap set for you motherfuckers. One at a time we'll be ready. Bring it. You know what I'm saying? We build it and be on a wish of motherfucker wood type of energy. But again, we have to change the mindset. And it's just not just that. We need to, and that's part of the thing, like, everybody wants to do it on their own. Right? We don't want to share information. Open the door, climb the ladder, close the door behind us, and then, like, instead of sharing the information, climbing over the wall and helping the other person behind you up over it. Or at the very least, tell them how you did it. Right? So, because we just got to be prepared for what's coming. And they are planning on fucking us up. And it's not just us. They do really want to just price us out of it. They don't want any middle class no more. There's going to be the rich and everybody else down here. There will be no middle. And that's part of the problem, right? So the goal is to, well, just again, in this capitalist society, is just to continue to make more with less, do more with less every year. Like I work in in a corporate setting where we'll just say it's always more every year. How can we, even if you, don't matter how much you increased last year. Oh, that was great. Good job. How can we do better than that? How can we increase by 15%? And so more and more it becomes less and less people. Like, so like I went to the grocery store the other day. There was it was one cashier. The line literally went and touched the meat aisle. You know, like you have in the front where the registers are, all the way back to the meat department. Because you have all these checkouts, a couple of them, it's like self-checkouts, a couple of them wasn't working or whatever, right? But it was only one cashier in the whole place. I put myself down and went to another store. But these companies are running so thin, trying to avoid paying human capital, avoid human capital. Letting the machines do it instead of paying people. So the jobs that we thought were here for us or here, you get, hey, if all else fails, I can go to McDonald's. If all else fails, I can go to whatever. Those jobs are getting replaced. Go to McDonald's, they got a whole kiosk there. There's nobody there to even take your order. They're all in the back, the people. Eventually, it'll be a machine back there flipping burgers. It'll be one dude servicing the machines. Like, this technology is rapidly increasing. It is going to get to a point, like out here in LA, they have Waymos, taxis, right? Like basically taxis, they're like Ubers, but they have no people in them. It's all automated. There's no driver. When I first used to see them, they were spooky as hell. It'd be like nobody driving in the front seat. Can't even have a side hustle no more. They have eclipsed, they've taken the side hustle. Can't even have our side hustle. They found a way to get people out of that. Like, I'm surprised people are even in them. Like, do you realize? And that's the part of the thing that really fucking pisses me off. It's like, yo, we are creating our own demise. Like, I stand in the line and wait for the register. I don't go to the self-checkout. Because the more you do that, the more they're like, oh, well, they'll do this, so we'll just add more of them. No, I want a person. I need that interaction. I want you to hire somebody. We so often give up, our freedoms or our, give up our stuff, and be replaced for convenience. For convenience. Because you don't want to wait a couple more seconds for a human. Can't even get a person on the phone anymore when you got a problem at any of these companies. So press 5, press 1, press 6, press 6, right? It's like, Jesus, like 0, 0, 0. I just want to talk to somebody. That number is not valid. Please try again later. Right? What the fuck? I'm trying to, I just want to talk to somebody, man. Like, it's so frustrating. Sometimes don't even want to try to get in contact with anybody. Because it's just useless. And COVID has only accelerated this curve. I mean, it was heading this way anyway. But COVID made businesses find a way to do more with less. Like, had to rapidly adjust to the new reality. But in doing so, after the new reality went back to the old reality, they were still working on the new reality, like what they learned over here. Oh yeah, we don't have to do that. We don't have to give out utensils when you order to go. We don't have to, like, you ever have your stuff and you ain't got no fork and spoon? Like, man, I ain't going home. I need to eat this now. But again, they're just trying to save money here and there and do this and again, get more from less. Meanwhile, we're paying more for less. It's just we need to. We really just need to flip this fucking table over, dead ass. But we're not there yet. But that's what we need to do. It's like 400 million motherfuckers against like 10 billionaires. Let's go get them motherfuckers. Let's go end this shit. Did I just say that? Let's go end this shit. But we're too busy. We're too afraid, right? You don't lose your little position in your job. You don't want to, you're afraid. Like I said, we're afraid to bleed. We're afraid to get out of line now. But it's time. It's time. It's past time. It is way past time. And that's the thing. We've gotten some advances, and so we've become passive. We've accepted our place instead of continually to fight for more. We got to keep fighting, yo. We have to keep fighting. Like, we have backslid so much, it's not even funny. But we don't see it because, right, you still getting paid. You still getting paid every week. But I need us to stop thinking so much about self. Right? That's going to be a common theme throughout as I continue to talk and continue to do this. All right, people. I think I'll stop it there for tonight, but we'll continue on this road, on this path. Stick with me. I'm just getting started. It's probably a little rough, but I'm gonna try to get better. We're gonna grow together, and just stick with me. And I don't really know how to end this, so I just end it with one of my favorite quotes, and it's, what you're not changing, you're choosing. Let's make the change. All right, guys. All right, family. I love you. See you next week. Peace.